Hey there, this is the One Boom, and when this game came out, Black Ops 7, when it came out, I told you guys to use Gunfighter because that's a great first permanent unlock, because Gunsmith is so much better in this game, and stacking attachments and stacking certain underbarrels and foregrips and rear stocks and whatever made guns more powerful or more direct into certain playstyles than they did in the previous game. But upon playing the game more, Perk greed has become way more of a go-to for me. And recently I made a video giving you guys some perk greed combinations, basically the best 4 perk setups you can use, at least that I've been using. And a lot of you guys were saying these look great, but 5 attachments just isn't enough, and I'm a sucker for Gunsmith, so Gunfighter's the wild card I gotta use. So I heard your guys' feedback, and here are some best weapon builds only utilizing 5 attachments so you can use those perk greed combinations I gave you in the previous video. By the way, my last 2 uploads, which is that perk greed video and a Christmas noob COD multiplayer survival guide, are going to be linked at the end of this video. And a lot of YouTubers don't mention this, but clicking on those end screen videos that pop up at the end is almost better than a donation or a membership. And the reason is that it tells YouTube that you didn't just like my video, you liked it enough to immediately launch into another one. So one of the best ways to show support to a content creator is to click those end links, and I really would appreciate it if you did at the end of this one. Of course, time permitting. Let's get right into the first build. So for these builds, I'm going to be using the build codes because every attachment has different names. I don't want to have to remember each attachment name. I don't have my game currently open right now. These are things I screenshotted, and I can just explain the build, and then you guys can use the build code if you want to try the attachments out for yourself. So starting with the M15 Mod 0, it feels right to start with the opening assault rifle because it's so versatile, and I think is a very good candidate for only 5 attachments. In fact, I'm a little bit cautious of saying you should ever use 8 attachments on a weapon as versatile and as low recoil as this one. This is going to be the aim steadiness, foregrip, the suppressor, extended mag, quick draw, and aim walking movement stock. This is a stable, consistent build that's very versatile because you have the low horizontal recoil provided by the foregrip, the suppressor to keep you off the minimap, you have the aim walking movement stock, and you also have the quick draw grip to get onto target faster and be able to strafe around them faster after you ADS. There's zero reason you should have trouble with this class. If you don't like the iron sights on this gun, you could trade the extended mag for an elo sight, but the extended mag is really great because this build really isn't designed for super long range combat, so you're going to be in more mid-range engagements, which means you have a higher chance of running into multiple opponents in 6v6, so that extended mag is going to be really good, because taking on multiple opponents is something you just have to do in pubs, and suppressors are going to make it so you can do it without making too much noise. Build code is on screen. Our next weapon is the MXR-17, a weapon that I used to swear needed Gunfighter, but in fact it does not. This one I'm really excited to share with you guys because I know a lot of people are hyping up this weapon's prestige attachment, turning it into a really powerful semi-auto DMR, but I found out something more fun. So if you use the attachments on screen here, which is recoil springs, the rear grip that helps with first shot recoil, the horizontal recoil foregrip, and the headshot multiplier barrel with the kick reset speed muzzle, holy shit, this actually works really well. You can 2-shot people to the head. This will deal 52 damage to the enemy's head. You're going to have a lot of recoil, but with those attachments, you should be able to just let it reset after about 3 or 4 shots, and then go back down and go for another 2-shot headshot. In fast, hectic engagements where you need to kind of spray multiple rounds at a target that's moving, this isn't the most effective, but anybody moving slowly, anybody trying to snipe you, anybody trying to hold a head glitch, they're going to think you're cheating, because they're going to see you run up with an AR, they're going to die in 2 bullets, as if you're playing Modern Warfare 2019 with the AK-47. You're going to get some funny reactions, people are going to think you're cheating, and I'll tell you right now, I was using this back when the beta was out and it was fun, and it's fun now, so give this a try. Our next weapon is the Maddox, a weapon that I am sick of seeing Gunfighter builds with. You do not need 8 attachments on the frickin' Maddox. The Maddox is so versatile, it's so good at just about every type of engagement that an AR can get into. There's zero reason to stack 8 attachments on. It's so pointless, you're hurting your class, you're taking a super versatile gun, making it brain dead, and then sacrificing having any real playstyle variety with 4 perks. There are some guns in this game that heavily benefit from Gunfighter. I'll make a whole video on it. The Maddox is not one of them. Here is a fantastic build that's accurate, mobile, and brain dead. It's just as brain dead as any gunfighter build you're going to use, minus using an elo sight, so you have to put up with the weapon's sort of awful iron sights. But once you learn those iron sights, you have a zero recoil mobile beast with the fastest sprint to fire time next to the Peacekeeper, and I just... Stop pissing me off in public matches. If I die to another 8 attachment Maddox, I'm just going to assume you don't have thumbs. Build code is on screen. Speaking of the Peacekeeper, let's get a 95 millisecond sprint to fire time, shall we? With the KNS compensator and the 14-inch barrel and the steady grip and the dash fire rear grip and the Swift B movement stock, this is one of the better SMGs in the game in my opinion. If you've ever liked using SMGs outside of their effective range, try an AR that thinks it's an SMG, the Peacekeeper M1. I did a build similar to this in my dedicated Peacekeeper video, so I won't linger on this too much, but right now on screen, I'm going to tell you right now, if you use this like an SMG, not like an AR, it's going to do well and above what you're expecting it to do, because you're going to be playing with it like you need to control your engagements, but because it's actually an AR, they don't really require you to control your engagements too much. So this thing's a giant beast and you should use it. Build code is on screen. Let's say you want to use an actual SMG and you just unlock the Kagot 7. By the way, don't say that name in game chat. Saying the Kagot 7 got me comm banned in a free-for-all match. I was asked, what are you using? I said the Kagot 7 and I got comm banned. I wonder what the automated system thought I said. Anyway, this SMG with the damage range and bullet velocity barrel, the aim walking movement stock and foregrip, the dive slide to fire, aim down sight, jumping aim down sight speed rear grip, which is also just known as the mobile quick draw grip, and over-pressurized rounds. And the reason we're doing over-pressurized rounds is that these got buffed on SMGs, where now they also increase your damage range. So this is increasing our bullet velocity damage range with a barrel, and our bullet velocity damage range with the over-pressurized rounds. If you get good at strafe aiming with this, you can take people out at long range very consistently. The gun is practically hit scan in every engagement you should be in with it. I know it's a bit overkill, but that's what's great about it. It's a build that's overkill, and as you can see, it's only using 5 attachments, so give that a try. Build code is where you can shove it. And of course, next is a no-brainer. We have a Javic 45. We have the damage range and velocity barrel, suppressor, aim down sight grip, aim walking movement stock, and recoil springs. This thing is super overpowered. It's super laser beamy. It's not the fastest killing weapon, but it's so consistent. This is your AR SMG carbine, leaning more towards AR with this build. Give this a try. Build code on screen, self-explanatory, perfect iron sights. Love this gun. The damn thing also just comes with 6 extra bullets compared to the normal SMG mags. It's beautiful. Alright kids, it's time for some bullshit. Now we're going to talk about the so-called 545. This sucks to go up against on Nuketown. 180 round magazine, vertical recoil control, horizontal recoil control, FMJ, and the millimeter scanner, allowing you to see stationary targets through walls every pulse. Go use this on Nuketown. Go use this on any map that is full of shoot-throughable cover. But one thing I'll tell you, little secret, use this in hardcore, and people will think you were cheating so fast. Of course, upon watching your footage, Activision will realize that you're not cheating, you're just taking advantage of the fact that for some reason, recoil control, 180 rounds, FMJ, and a sight that looks through walls can be combined on a light machine gun. Yes, you'll be slow with this weapon. Yes, it's not that versatile. Give it a try. Trust me, give it a try. Is precision more your game? Let's go with the M8. Here is a beautifully simple and perfect M8 class. I love this. I love this so much. Something I didn't mention in my M8 video was that bullet velocity is highly essential on burst weapons because when you first pull the trigger, your last bullet in your burst, especially if you have a 4-round burst, is happening quite a bit of time after you pull that trigger. There's a delay. So that bullet's flying out of your gun after the first 3, meaning that 4th bullet has a much higher chance of missing compared to any of the other bullets in the burst. Because if you combine the fire delay, the burst rate of fire, and then you combine the bullet velocity of that bullet hitting the target, if you want more consistent one bursts, bullet velocity barrels or over-pressurized rounds should be definitely something you consider. But yeah, this uses the kick, reset, muzzle, aim down sight grip, aim walking movement stock, and a nice sight. You can just strafe into a gunfight and just start melting people, and they're not going to be able to react. This thing shotguns people. Enjoy. So currently, at the time of making this, I only have one bolt action sniper. Tragic. I don't love the other snipers in the game, so I have two VS Recon classes for you. Here's my first one. Build code's on screen. This is for long range. This is for consistency. This is for taking out people across the largest maps in the game. There's a level of versatility to it, but for the most part, this is for pure accuracy, stealth, flinch resistance. Have a good time with this one. But also, clicking over to here, we have a more fun quick scoping build with light bolt and an aim walking movement flinch resistance stock, aim down sight grip, smaller magazine for even faster aim down sight, and the aim down sight barrel. This is going to allow you to aim down sight really fast, take a shot every time I say aim down sight. This thing's great. You'll love it. Try it. Trust me. I'm not an amazing sniper by any means, but these two builds would be what I would use if I was using 5 attachments, which for snipers I always do, because I like to load up on perks when I'm sniping, unless I'm trying to impress my chat, in which case I might do a gunfighter sniper build, because gunfighter does make snipers so powerful. Because again, gunfighter's overpowered. Gunfighter is, I'm just gonna say it, it is overpowered. It's something that if you only play pubs, you have no interest in ranked or competitive, you should be taking advantage of. But on the off chance it's becoming a crutch, I hope you give any of these builds a try and tell me which one is your favorite after you use it. That's right, I'm trying to get 2 views out of you. I'd love for you to watch this video, take a screenshot of the build codes you want to use, and then try them out in your game, and then come back and tell me what you would either change about my builds, what you didn't like or liked about my builds. This is just what's working for me. And that could be because of my controller settings, my sensitivity, my level of skill, I don't know. But if you guys agree with me, disagree with me, let me know down below. Hopefully this video helped you out. I really enjoyed making it. I love just making classes for people. So there we are. Hope you subscribe and come back for